All right, everyone, we are here with a keep. We have 1-drop, 2-drop, backup, spells. This is a great hand here against Base Lock 2010. Very excited to keep this one. This is a deck we played on stream. This isn't the kind of deck that gets a ton of views, but this is the kind of deck that is near and dear to my heart. I love killing people. Tonight, I don't know what I'm going to play yet. I haven't yet played a deck with Huatli in it. So I feel like that's coming. So we're either playing against Esper tokens or we're playing against either Esper tokens or blue-black control. I'm going to start off with a mountain. I want them to look like I'm mono-red. I guess it's an advantage to playing. If I play Spiral Elf Canal, they kind of know something's up. I'd rather them just think I'm straight mono-red. Maybe use a Fatal Push here when their Fatal Push should really be used here. Aether Hub after Fetid Pools makes me think it's like Sultai Energy or something. Yeah. So there's nothing really I can do there. I'm just going to Spiral Elf Canal, Riddle Form, attack. There's no reason for me to really do anything else. Next turn, I can Hungry Flames, get in for 7. So my opponent's going to be at 11 after next turn. If they want to draw extra cards, awesome. Hopefully I'm not going to give them time to use them. Hopefully. That plan doesn't always work out the way I want it to, though. I might have to leave up a Spell Prius for removal at some point. This deck has just insanely tight games, though, against basically every deck. There's nothing we really run away against. So that's an issue. It really mattered. I mean, if this mountain was a blue land, I'd feel way more comfortable in this game, because then we could, like, chart a course and unsummon or whatever, but... Alright, so we drew a Hungry Flames. We have no choice here. We just got to get it going. We have another Hungry Flames. Dead. They may have a Fatal Push. They may not. If they had a Fatal Push, they wouldn't have tapped this, though. Alright, I mean, so we're going to see if Hungry Flames gets it done. Hungry Flames plus Spell Pierce or Unsummon would be sweet, so I would love to draw an untapped land here. You only play 20 lands because you usually only need 3. If this is a Lightning Strike, we'd be super happy with 3. But we might need the extra land. This looks like a Bristling Hydra. They did not draw a card here. This looks like a Walking Ballista. Okay. So definitely need to draw land here. Lightning Strike. So we could Lightning Strike this. They shoot this. They put the second one on the stack. And then we bounce Glintleaf Siphoner. Or we could Lightning Strike them. Lightning Striking them is probably the answer. They go to 8. Yeah. I'm going to Lightning Strike them. And then I'm going to unsummon their Glintleaf Siphoner. Put both of those spells on the stack. Riddle Form is going to become a dude. This is going to get big enough. That's going to get bounced. That doesn't die. Alright, so it looks like I'm going to be getting... They're going to be putting them to 2, and then Hungry Flames should do the job next turn. So a game that I thought was going to be close just turns into a blowout. Even on the draw, I guess I just had a fast enough start against them. Now, they obviously didn't have any removal, which is good for me. They're going to have 4 Fatal Push after sideboard. They probably have 4 Fatal Push here, though. So I don't know what difference that really makes. Maybe some. I don't know what this card is. That doesn't really matter. They're just killing my guy. Alright. I guess I just show Chart a Course because that doesn't really matter. Yeah, if I draw a Shock, I probably still Chart a Course. I'm trying to figure out if there's anything I don't want to show them. In this matchup, you just have so much cheap removal that you're in a pretty good spot. Walking Ballista is not insane. So now I need you to just never cast another spell and I'm good, yeah. You did it. You did it. Congrats. Got me to... Why is it so dark in here? Got me to never cast another spell. Alright, does that lighting make this better? Slightly? Alright, what about this lighting? Does that make it better? Alright, maybe I'm a little lighter now. Who knows? Alright, shout out to winning the first game. On to the second one. So, Blazing Volley is interesting against a bunch of Golden Sea Siphoners, but it's not actually going to be good. Shout out to that card. Chandra Torch Defiance is okay. Spell Pierce is interesting. It's obviously great against Fatal Push. What else do they have in their deck? I guess I could briefly look at a list. I guess if I'm pretending to make, like, serious standard videos, I should be, like, looking at lists and trying to figure out what's in people's decks. So let me be a real person for a second. All right, so let's just bring up a random Sultai Energy deck. This definitely looked like it. Long Tusk, Golden Sleeve Siphoner, Walking Ballista, Winding Constrictor, Rishkar, Rogue Refiner, Hostage Taker, Scarab God. So they have Blossoming Defenses, Fatal Pushes. What are they gonna have after sideboard? Like Death Scourge Scavengers or something? Alright, I guess I could side in a Chandra. Chandra's against this deck. Spell Pierce is, like, probably not as good as Chandra. And Bomat Courier is probably not insane. And then maybe just side in, like, one land just to help out with the Chandras. Alright, I'm okay with this. Maybe Pion and Lar's also good, because I can make things not block. I don't even know. All right, this hand's nuts. Should not stay. I'm in the mode of not doing what my opponent wants me to do. Let's see what they do here. Attune with Aether, okay. Didn't get to Spell Pierce that, unfortunately. On the play, that could be interesting, right? But I guess there aren't that many hands that you keep without, like, a lot of stuff to do on turn one. Alright, so this Bomat Courier is not going to get me there. But I have a ton of burn in hand. And I can kill basically all their creatures. Like Long Tusk Cub I can kill here. Golden Sleeve Siphoner I can kill here. Attune with Aether into Fatal Push, I guess, is, like, kind of annoying. So I guess I'm Charta-coursing. I hope they just let me attack. They have Fatal Push for sure, but as long as they just let me attack, I get to Charta-course. Which, again, since my deck is so low mana cost, it's just sick. Okay, yeah, I'm just gonna Charta-course here. Like, hitting lands 3 and 4 is really important now that we have Chandra. Opt Ramunap Ruins. Okay, that's awesome. And they're going to Fatal Push. So I got to Charta-course there. I got full value of my Charta-course. So far, they're in the lead because they're only at 18. But we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 in hand, and we have 2 ops to kind of find what we need. This is a spot where, like, no Rutiform's kind of killing us. I think they're about to play a Rogue Refiner, which kind of sucks. But I think we're just going to play Land Pass and then be ahead. I don't see them having any Bristling Hydras or anything, but maybe they do. I'm also not streaming, so they can't be screen sniping and know what I have, which is an advantage, I think. I can also Chandra plus to either Shock or Lightning Strike next turn to protect, and I have the land, so I don't need to opt. So I can always Hungry Flames this turn, Chandra plus Lightning Strike. Duress. Non-creature, non-land card. Alright, so they're just going to take a Chandra. That's a well-timed Duress, my friend. That was very well-timed Duress. Yeah, not having, like, a Riddle Form or Firebrand Archer kind of sucks. At this point, you just kind of turn into, like, a straight burn deck, which is fine. But when your opponent's playing Rogue Refiners, it's, like, not an A+ strategy. It's more like a B- strategy. Which, again, I don't mind having a B- strategy sometimes, you know, like we're trying hard over here. But it's obviously way better to be the aggressor. So what can you do? What can you do? All right. Chandra down, baby. Kind of expected that. I'm going to take the 3 from Rogue Refiner and then just figure out what they do later. A second Rogue Refiner would actually suck. We have the 1-for-1 Rogue Refiner, which is sort of miserable. It's fine when we're the aggressor because we just don't give them a chance to use their card advantage. Like last game, we died with no cards in hand, or we killed them and whatever, we had no cards in hand and they had a bunch, but... Alright. I am definitely opting here because I would really like to find another Chandra bottom. Alright, if they Blossoming Defense, that's okay. That just uses another card from their hand. So I have 2 more Chandras I'm like really intent on finding. They know we have a Hungry Flames. Yeah. I guess they're just willing to make that trade. Alright, well, I'm going to Hungry Flames because I can't really let that get out of hand. And now I have Opt plus Shock, so if they play like a Rishkar, I have Opt. I mean, look, if they play a Scarab God, I'm dead, or whatever. I can't beat a Scarab God ever, that's fine. But if they play like a fair game plan, I'm probably okay. Planning on just taking 2 here and opting. Again, these are like the weird games where we draw 1 drop and no 2 drop and we're kind of the control deck and it's not a fun situation for us. But I don't think these games happen like super often. Alright, Riddle Form, land, go. So now we need one of these to be a blue land, but it's not. Our opponent has 2 cards in hand. We have 2 cards in hand. We have a little bit of card advantage with Riddle Form. They could have double Rishkars, which is the reason to kill Rogue Refiner. Like, this is 4 damage, first of all, right? So they're actually the same. No. This is a faster clock. A turn faster clock. And on top of being a turn faster, they could have double Rishkar in hand. Which would be good for us. So them playing this, overcycling it, tells me they have one of those cards that we were talking about earlier, like a Scarab God. So we have to try to win quickly, which is probably going to be hard. And a removal spell. Vraska's Contempt? Okay. So let's scry and draw here. Ooh, top, let's go. Alright, calm down. Everything's going to be okay. Everything's going to be fine. We're just going to kill your Rishkar. We're going to pray that you don't have Scrub God, and then we're going to be fine. And if you do have Scrub God, we might be able to figure out how to kill you anyways, but it's going to be really hard. You just use your Vraska's Contempt. That's excellent for me. I get to draw 2 cards next turn. Firebrand Archer is certainly going to be one of them. So I'm going to play that no matter what. And then just go off with Chandra. Now you may be asking why no Chandra game 1. 20 lands? I mean, maybe we should be playing more lands so that we can play Chandras in the main deck. I don't know. Should we play Hazards in the main deck? I don't really know that either. It's a little bit of extra card advantage. Chandra's on 2 now. They have 2 cards in hand. So they played this instead of cycled with no Scarab God in sight. So a little strange to me. So I wish this went to target player. No point in Riddle Forming here. Woolmat Courier is like kind of hot. Unsummon. I will totally unsummon that to turn on my Riddle Form. I don't want them drawing extra cards. I will definitely Bowmat Courier. and we will get it popping. If they were to kill my Bomat Courier here, I just like wouldn't discard my unsummon. It just doesn't make sense. So I mean, Chandra just totally turning this game around for us, doing work. More blue lands in Riddle form would have done exactly the same thing. Let's see if they play another card. So now Chandra can minus again, but there's just no point. Like, I think they're too far behind at this point. The Scarab God, like, just definitely doesn't kill them. Or definitely doesn't win the game for them. I mean, at this point, I'm just like... At this point, I'm not even playing around. I mean, I'm just shocking them. Which is kind of... I guess I shouldn't have spent the mana, to be completely honest. That was kind of silly. Alright, so at this point, I would, of course, cash... Nah, I wouldn't cash on Bomat Courier still. Because Unsummon just deals with things that the other cards don't. Also, Unsummon guarantees Riddle form. Alright. And then Riddle form to cash in this Riddle form. Bam. And then... Alright, so I think we won a match against a tier 1 deck, in which we won both games. Obviously, one of them was on the back of Chandra. The first game, though, we just ran them over. I actually have no idea whether or not I want Chandra's in the main deck, because it always overperforms, but it's possible that it only overperforms because we bring it in the matchups where it's going to be sick, right? Like, we don't play it against Teamer, we don't play it against Remunap Red, we just bring it in against Control and, like, random fair mid-range stuff. So, that was a fun round 1. See you for round number 2, coming up next.